back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time to hear from one of our Browns backers, of course, Hanford. This time, Sarasota, Florida. We're welcoming Mike Manz.
What's his name?
Mike Manz. He's the Manz. Are you the Manz?
I was just trying to make sure you got his name right because you had to say it 4 times before you got it.
Well, there was a lot of alliterations here in studio today because we've been talking about McDonald's and Mike and Manz and all kinds of stuff.
Mike, what's up, big dog?
Hey, Hanford, how you doing, man? Been a long time, no see.
It's been a long time, my friend. I was just talking to Gabby and telling her that I have to get to your place down there because I've been to on the other side of Florida down there, but I haven't been to see you guys yet.
Oh, I can't wait till that happens. I'd love to see you down here.
Mike, tell us
we would love to see you down here.
Tell us a little bit about your chapter. Gab and I, we're always interested in our Browns backers, and we love you guys so much.
All right. Well, let's put it this way. I got 2 chapters. I started in Maryland, and I want to put something up here. I don't know if you can see that. But that was back in 2008 in Gaithersburg, Maryland, when I was the chapter president in Maryland there in Frederick.
Hey, who is that good-looking guy you have in that picture right there? You
mean the guy on the right side or the left side?
That's a young top dog. Well, I'm talking about the guy with the color. What about that?
Oh, I see. How about his rookie card?
Right.
Wow.
Right. I love it, my friend.
Back in 2008, you still had no hair.
I still have no hair. You know what? You taking shots at me today.
But anyway, my job transferred me all the way down here to Sarasota, and my grandkids are down here. So
awesome.
I still wanted to be involved with the Browns. And this chapter down here has been gathered since 2001. And I took it over 5 years ago from the president. He didn't want to give up the Sarasota Browns itself, and he was looking for someone, and I just happened to be popping in at the right time. And I took it over down there. We had 40 members, about 60 members at that time in 2019 or something like that. We got 417 members now.
Whoa,
wow.
They've grown a lot. So
I pushed the chapter up a little bit, and because it's snowbirds, a lot of those members are snowbirds coming in during the winter to watch the games.
Yeah, where do you guys meet to watch these games at?
We meet at a sports bar called Duffy Sports Grill and Bar in Sarasota, University Parkway. It's a large sports bar. They got about 30 some TVs in there, and we have our own room, and we decorate it and we go crazy. I have a horn that I use for broadcasting as we cheer on the Browns and bark like dogs.
Well, I was just getting ready to ask you to take us in that room, but Mike, I understand you guys did something this past Sunday, the last game for the veterans. Tell us about that promotion or whatever you were doing.
Yeah, we wanted to do something for the veterans. This is the first year we did this, and it's going to be a continuation. But since Veterans Week, the previous week, we had a bye week. So we couldn't get together as a group. So I put an email out to all my members, and I asked all my veterans to come into this chapter, and we wanted to honor them. And I had 10 members that came in this past Sunday. And what we did, I had them stand up at halftime, and we congratulated them as being members. And we also handed them a gold coin specifically for the veterans of our chapter. And then I took pictures, and it was proud of you as veterans on one side and for your service. And we handed it out to each one of them, and then we had them come up in the front. And I took pictures. I'm going to be putting them online. I haven't done that yet, but everybody stood up, cheered for him, and it was a great, great feeling.
Well, we're going to give him a little cheer right now
awesome.
because we have so much to be grateful for and thankful to all the veterans because, let's just face it, guys, without those guys, we pretty much wouldn't be free. in this country. So, Mike, that was just great. I mean, getting to those Browns. What's it like with you guys watching these guys with this record and the way this team has been performing here lately?
Well, I'm glad they're snowbirds. Number one, I mean, we have locals too, but they want to watch football. As a Browns fan, once a Browns fan, you're always a Browns fan, bottom line. And when they come down to visit in Sarasota, Siesta Key is the main beach. If they're here on Saturdays and Sunday, first thing they look for is they look it up on the webpage, a Browns backers bar, and Ohio State Buckeyes bar, by the way. So we have both, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So I go to the games on the Ohio State game Saturday, and I pass out
Roll Tide. Roll Tide, you know, Ohio State. Roll Tide.
I didn't hear you.
Alabama, hammer, Roll Tide, talking about Ohio State. What's wrong with you, man? Up. You know, you guys don't play nobody. You got a game somewhat coming up this week, you know. Who you playing? Indiana, I think that's who you playing.
Yeah, that's who we're playing. That'll be a good game at 12 noon.
But I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just couldn't help that. I had to get in there. Roll Tide when you start talking about Ohio
I got something
State.
In my ear. I can't hear you.
Well, go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So anyway, once they come to our chapter, it's a great atmosphere. And I don't want to brag or anything, but I think everybody enjoys themselves and they want to come back. But the game itself, we watch the game. We get mad like everybody else when there's screw ups and make mistakes like punts and extra points. But we, as a whole, we stay together as a group. And like I said once before, once a Browns fan, you're always a Browns fan, no matter where you're at.
I would imagine that your chapter has the easiest time getting over the Browns' losses because, okay, maybe they're disgruntled for a little bit, but then you're going to hit the beach. What's the usual routine?
Yeah, it's the beach and the beer, by the way. And our bar gives 2-for-1 drinks. So,
whoa!
Everybody likes that.
Whoa!
See, Hanford, you got to get down there.
Do you guys have any of the like any of the local beer that's there in the bars or no?
Well, yes, we do. But our local beer is this beer too. We always hand this out at the bar too as giveaway gifts. So yes,
yeah,
that's our local beer.
Yeah. Mike, is there any talk right now? How does everybody feel now about Stefanski? Are they calling for his head yet? Are you hearing any of that? Or
it's grumbling, but not straight out yelling, scream. He's got to go. The owner's got to go. I mean, it's just rumbling is all it is. And you know, being a Browns fan like myself for as long as I have, I've never seen a Super Bowl, so you know how that feels, and you just say there's always next year, but we hate to say that again, you know.
And what
about the answer from my members? Yeah, there was a lot of negative aspect this past Sunday, and of course we play the Steelers this Thursday, so now this is going to be a challenge to see how many of my Browns fans come in on Thursday night to watch the Pittsburgh Squealers.
Well, I was just going to say that. Isn't that amazing how every single year the Pittsburgh Steelers seem to come up and win football games? People can say what they want to say, but these guys continually win. And then in some kind of way, we're struggling. I mean, it just drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah. That and the Ravens. I was down there for the Ravens game in Cleveland. I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, I was trying to find you. I thought I found you at the ESPN place, but that wasn't you. I gave him my card to give to you. I don't know if you got it. That was a good week.
Let me ask you this: if someone, for instance, want to join your club, or after looking at this, they're interested in your club, can you give out some information or something?
Sure, I sure can. It's like every chapter. You go to brownsbackersworldwide.com and you go under register. And once you register, It's going to ask you a few questions. Everything is free. My chapter is free. I don't charge anything. We just do our 50/50s like everybody else does, and a few other raffles that we make money, and our T-shirts, by the way. This is one of them. But you go onto that web page, you type in your information, and then after you type it all in, you become a member of the Cleveland Browns. But then you got to find a chapter, and there's a little line saying, find the chapter you want to join. You hit that. And then as a big map, remember, there's 326 chapters across the world, and there's 10 of them in different countries. So you spread this map out, or you type in my case, Sarasota, and a little dot on the flag on the map comes up, red one. You just hit that, and then it'll ask you, do you want to join this chapter? And you hit that, and that's it. That's it. You're on. And then I send you an email out. And every Thursday, I send an email out about my chapter and what's going on that Sunday.
Well,
so that's how it works.
You talked about that T-shirt. I'm still waiting on mine, so we don't need but one, because Gabby always walking here with all this gear all the time, this new gear, and Pat, I mean, I haven't received anything. What about you? So, have you received anything from her lately?
Not yet, Hanford.
So, Big Dog, when you send the gear, the couple of T-shirts, one for me and one for Pat, okay? The hell with Gabby. We're not giving her any new gear.
Listen, this Nick Chubb jersey only came in so many sizes. It's a youth size.
Hey, Gabby, send me your email. I'll send it to you.
Oh, see what I mean? I mean?
It'll go great with this.
Everyone always sending her all the good stuff. Mike, we really appreciate you, man, being on. And, you know, obviously all your members are going to kick out of watching you and watching you on the show.
Thanks so much, Mike. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. And as I always say, find a Browns fan and bring them with you. Go Browns.